getting each other too brought it up. So, we were public information. So go ahead and listen.
Got you. So let's go through. We're going to walk through a couple of these texts right here. A lot of people revere Big Pun as one of the best Mexican rappers, Latin rappers, whatever you want to say, of all time. Like a lot of people have him at that standard, right? And Fat Joe is one of the best in the game. What happened? Take us through, how does the publishing in this scenario work?
I mean, I was there, the whole time.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith will come in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this will wind up as Saints first down as we'll get this up to about the 42. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The Saints had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. There's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. On the end around, here comes Smith. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Steps away to his left. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And they'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 40-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And how about the coverage here in the end zone? That's how you frustrate a quarterback. You get pressure on, and you take away all of his receivers, and he's got to throw it away on 3rd and goal.
So let me understand. So $2.3 million was from what? Just strictly recording?
And his kick is indeed good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. So they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500,
I'm here, bro.
The road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now here's Young. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't?
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Young going to give to Brooks. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
It feels like there's certain people that it just like, no matter what, I can't do it. Just upset. We feel like you should be able to say this. We feel we should be able to say this. As a coach,
they go play action. Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, his 1st and 10 at the 18. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Young now. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Sanders. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Jonathan Brooks, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have regained the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Give a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown for their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
I told you what it was.
To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 2. Young. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Xavier Legette, 65 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after here coming up. And that makes it 14-10.
Next to score, Panthers 14, Saints 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Brooks. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Young. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Next to score, Panthers 21, Saints 10. John Parker Romo to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
His throw incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll air one out deep from Mingo. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
He's got Mingo. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Mingo. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Saints 10. John Parker Romo to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need him right now. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Carter. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Tries the left side and finds Olave. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
In motion right is Mingo. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground. Carter. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll look to throw here. He lets it go deep for Olave. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 58 yards. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Yo, still there?
Just enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Young. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Carter straight ahead. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Another run on second down with Carter. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Brown goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a give to Carter. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 28-24 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Brooks. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the ground, here's Brooks. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Young will set to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Carter to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Well, it's caught by Carter. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Carter will try the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A handoff for Carter. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game. And ball security hasn't. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He's got it to the 43 here.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Carter once more. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Young going to give to Brooks.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll come up now. 2nd down.
Oh.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
No, I'm still in the man game. I'm still in this man game. It's the 4th quarter, under 1 minute. Trying to drive for this touchdown.
Quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Young. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll run with Brooks. Powering forward. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's 1st down. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now an all rest on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away.
Fucking missed the game-winning field goal. We in overtime.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Need that one play right now. Get us out this fucking jam.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead, but ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Now they go.
Come on, step up and get that nigga. We go on.
He went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him out of the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Got a man, that's Leggett. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But at one point there as they were able to connect. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That one complete to Leggett. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Second down and 6 now. To throw, Young. Complete, it's Johnson. Down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Young to throw. Oh, the ball comes out of the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
The crowd here in the dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Young quickly to the flat. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Receivers love having a reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? And he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over. But with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession. But when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Okay, overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And no, it's no good. Rejected by the crossbar. What a heartbreaking finish.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Carolina, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.